Holla on this nice, beautiful, rainy Saturday. What's good, real?
Hey, hey, y'all. I'm so excited. How you feeling, Nosy? Oh my God. How are you
I'm
feeling?
good. Like, what's up, fruits?
Fruities. Hey, girl. I've been waiting. Oh, she said she been waiting for you, Nosy.
I know, but we've been waiting for this moment, right? Like, it's here. Like, nobody could believe that he got handed down that sentence, but I could believe it because he's been fucking around like shit wasn't real and shit just got real.
So, we're going to talk about how we felt about it. Please make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, right? And put your thoughts in the comments so we can read them out and have a field day with this one. I'm
You
excited.
know, all comments are welcome, even if even if you do support
Right.
Dusty Nuts, it's okay. We know you slow, but it's all right. Anyway,
Listen, we don't discriminate on comments. We don't discriminate on opinions. We just gonna have ours, okay?
sure
Um.
don't.
So,
All slow people are welcome over here.
okay. So, I don't know if you want to play the clip. I mean, we could play some of these creators. I mean, some of these ex members.
Who you
Um,
got some lined up?
the only one I have lined up is 36. What they 396
Oh,
369
yeah. I keep messing her name, but I gotta fix the video I did before this. I tore her name up. You hear
I'm
me?
gonna
I
just
just
say
realized that
treasure
this
because
morning.
I know her as treasure. Okay.
Right, but it's TRE 963. That
Trey.
Trey, yeah, 963. I don't call the 639 threes. Yeah, I done messed it all the way up
2200.
for real.
All right, let me see. I think I follow her on Instagram.
Fruit said that this nigga been running around talking about he a Taurus, but he really a Leo. Yo, that's
Nobody
crazy.
knows what he really was. Remember, he would kept going back and forth, back and forth.
Right, something's wrong with him. Did y'all see him talking to the bailiffs like he was talking to his homeboys while the people was talking?
Or
Like
maybe that
that's
was
his
some
way of
deep.
disrespecting people while they talking. That's his way of disrespecting them. Like I ain't like whatever you saying don't mean shit. Like that's his way of disrespecting them. Like that's why he got life without parole. The disrespect, the acting like he's dumb.
Oh boy! All right, here we go. I got a little bit of three. I'm on her Instagram now. I might have to go to her YouTube if it's not on
Oh, and
here.
I just found out she had a YouTube. I gotta subscribe to her because she is hilarious. Yo, she be having
But
me
here's
cracking
the
up.
thing.
And
So
I
at
love
one,
her song.
oh yeah, her song is hot. I'm
That
sure
shit
it
is
is.
hot.
I wish it. I don't know. I wish the. I feel like the beat, everything. I feel like it needs a little bit more work. Like if she
Why you
if
say
she
that?
if she kind of worked it a little bit more, I feel like in terms of like I don't know, but I think
I
if
think
she listened to it a few more times
I think
and
it's on point. Maybe she need to speed it up a little bit.
that's what I'm
A
saying.
dash,
Like
a dash. That's it. That's
tweak
it.
some things.
Yeah, and then, but I like it. That beat is hitting. I
I
just think
love it.
maybe if she speeded up a dash, then maybe that's what you're talking about. That's the only thing I hear. Like maybe it could be sped up a little bit, and then that
Yeah,
beat really be hitting. And yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, but at one point, okay, so I think she is no longer with um uh
Knowledge? No,
knowledge.
she said she's with her.
Oh, they back together. Okay, so there was a moment when they separated because she went knowledge. I don't know what her real name is. I can't remember what her real name is. She went live or she did a video, kind of like subliminally sending messages about how people need to heal. And this is common, this
How
makes
long ago
sense.
was this?
This was, I want to say, a month ago, maybe. I don't,
Really?
yeah, because I look, I don't stay long to kind of dig. As you know, many of us have personal lives. Some of us, this is our personal life. World News
I know
shout
some uh without because I asked her was she still with knowledge. She said yeah.
out. Okay.
Um, I don't know if that was in December because I posted a video that when I was asking her questions in December, she was talking about a little bit about Eligio. Um,
Okay.
but
So no, this was recently. This was more recent,
mhm.
where she was saying that people had come out and hadn't really, got
Yeah.
themselves together.
Hmm.
Which also backs up what Treasure has recently said in her latest video, that she was forced to kind of look back at her situation from a different lens. So I'm thinking maybe the split of their split is with, sometimes you break up with somebody that you really feel like you had a connection with, and you try to figure out, okay, what did I do and to mess up this
Mhm.
relationship. And so I think it might, she was, kind of going through her, reassessing the way she thought about things. Maybe. This is an assumption. I don't know. Um, but so let me see if this is this it? No, that's just the video she shared. All right. I might have to go to her YouTube. Give me 1 second. But because I think I follow her on YouTube as well. That's why it popped up. But I was really, rooting for her because of what they did to her. Um, trying to change her from
Mhm.
being, a tomboy. And then when she got out, she kept going back and forth, kind of spiraling, and then trying to get herself back together. And so let me see, what does she call herself? You
Well,
said it's,
Juju is live right now on IG,
oh boy.
ranting and raving about his chief and master, Dudu
Okay, here,
Baba.
here it
So
goes. Yeah.
I asked him,
Mm-hmm.
uh, did he think that him and the wives sabotaged the court case because they was caught lying and shit. So he started whining that the judge sabotaged the case. Juju's an asshole.
All right,
Juju over there crying.
I do have an unpopular opinion though.
What?
And that is, I think, okay, if it were anybody else, if it was, not a person like Nature Boy, do you think the sentence fit the crime that was on trial?
I think they put everything together.
So you think kind of like, the history of him, the testimony
Let
of
me
the
tell you this:
ex.
when Trey 963,
Mm-hmm.
when her mother was trying to get her, her mother said the FBI contacted me. They about
I
to get
remember
him.
that. I remember that. Hey,
They
Ocean.
they they about to get him.
Hey, Ocean. You know what? So, okay.
He has done a whole lot of shit, and there's some more shit to come along. So all them PPP loans, all people, it's these members have said shit. You got to read in between the lines. Like he has done mad shit. Fucking Aaron alone said enough about this man in the closing statements. Like,
The reason I say this is I don't think the case itself, standing alone, was strong enough for life. That's all. That's how
it was
I
strong
see
enough. His testimony alone was strong enough for me.
it.
His testimony alone, because he admitted to female
Right.
seeing his property. He admitted to that. He admitted to
Yeah.
she have a tattoo or she belongs to me. He said certain things that just was he just said it like, you know, he thinking he's talking to street motherfuckers. That's dumb. No, motherfucker, you said what you said. We're gonna take you for what you said.
I don't know. I
Ain't
just feel like
nobody slow or
Georgia.
dumb over here.
I feel like Georgia is
And
extremely
and
harsh when it comes
they
to
saw the
certain
video.
people being on trial. That's all I'm saying.
And they saw the videos. You probably had to see the videos. You didn't see the videos. They
Which
saw the
video?
videos. The porn videos. There was 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
So they rewatched that and they re-listened to what the fuck he said.
Right. They did have extra evidence that I have never seen. And I'm sure they had more evidence that we've never seen, you know, as viewers.
I seen all them Twitter. They were showing him shit that he posted on Twitter. They said the detectives never even looked at none of all that shit they had in all those phones. If they would have looked at that shit, he would have really been underneath the jail. But he's already there.
Mm-hmm.
They should have looked through all that shit. They probably would have really found some shit.
Fruit says, under circumstances, she was under duress. I agree with that. I 100% think she was a victim. 100%. But what I'm saying is, was there, from my perspective, even though, like you said, we don't have nearly as much as the jurors had. From my little outside view, I look at this like it almost felt like they was making an example out of him and kind of overcharge him, because if y'all knew y'all had a strong case, why would y'all offer a plea deal that was so low? That's all I'm saying.
They figured he would be apologetic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just owning up to what the fuck he did wrong. And came all the way to the end, he would not do that. He was laughing in the courtroom. He thought shit was funny. He kept thinking he was the man. They was listening to all his phone conversations with these women. These people was on the stand, and
that's right.
The lady kept asking him.
Girl,
the lady kept asking him, did your chief ask you to do X, Y, and Z? They kept saying no when they already knew he did, because they was listening to the fucking phone calls.
Girl, when I heard that, so I didn't hear the phone calls, but I mean, wait.
They're not going to say they listening to the phone calls. They asking them.
They played some. I think, I don't know where it was, but somewhere they played some of the phone calls. I don't know if it was during the trial or
those are the phone calls. Those are investigations.
But so they played. I think they played clips of, I guess, another phone call that he made during the investigation. It was bizarre. Like and we've heard him, you know, telling them what to do before all of this, and everybody was saying in the comments, "Look, bro, everything is recorded." Everything is recorded. And then they also have, you know, the clips of him saying, "Look, somebody contact her. Somebody, you know."
Right, and they said the judge said, and during this whole time, he's been harassing the victims this whole time. Like, they have been too lenient with these motherfuckers. They've been harassing the victims the whole time, posting all these videos. They posted all the sex videos back up on Twitter. That's you're harassing the victims, bitch. They was being harassed the whole time going through this, and now everybody watching a sex tape in the courtroom. Come on now. He deserves everything he done fucking got. Fuck that.
My next question. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready? Who do y'all think is next? Because Aya sat there and lied under oath several times about many different
All
things.
of them did. Jax, Juju, all of them did.
They didn't even let Juju speak from what I saw. They barely even let him talk.
Juju had a whole because they asked him questions. Bitch, we ain't asked you nothing else. But what the fuck we asking you? Yes or no, motherfucker, what is it? He going into some other shit that don't make no sense. Like, shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you that.
They said, did Eligio, does he tell y'all what to do? No. Did he tell you what to wear? No. So he didn't get on the phone and tell y'all what to wear. No.
Right.
Which means they
Lying.
have audio of him telling
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They listen to those jail calls. They listen to them. So he think he getting away with extra, but you're not. And then the lawyer, he had a great lawyer. That lawyer, he had a great lawyer, but he
Which
like,
one?
what you mean? Which on Booker? His lawyer is Booker.
No, Booker was terrible, Joe.
No, he wasn't. Booker was a good ass lawyer. He had to he made do with what the fuck he had, and what he had was a piece of shit.
There was one
he was dealing
moment.
with
I'm
pieces
not
of
gonna say
shit.
one moment because I didn't see the whole trial, but based on what I saw, there was one moment where I was like, "Okay, Booker," when they kept trying to dismiss. They kept trying to say that the clip of the body cam footage, that Aya and all of them, when the police came in and it was looking around, they kept saying that was irrelevant, and I'm just like, how is that irrelevant? How? That y'all saying that, the argument of the state is that all of these people are there under duress, all of these people are there against their will, and so for the defense to see them coming, to see officers come in, look around the house, not see any forms of abuse at that moment, and see everybody, kind of like Aya answering the door and a Portia answering the
But
door.
it is irrelevant because
That's
these
not
people,
irrelevant.
yes, it is, because
No, it's not.
these people are under his control.
But that's what I'm trying to get you to understand is if you were his defense attorney, you would be trying to prove that is not true.
Trying to prove that what is not true.
If you were Nature Boy's attorney, your job is to prove that they were not. I mean, that they were there under their own free will. That's your job as his
Right, but that
attorney.
was hard for him to do, knowing, because everybody in that courtroom knows that these people were under duress. There's no, you cannot prove that. There's no way, because the psychiatrist is already there, letting people know, like, look,
That
these
don't mean
people,
nothing. They don't
these
mean
people
as an
thinking,
attorney
these
you give up.
people thinking are not well. They are not well. This man has tortured them, and Sheba testifying just made that true. Aaron testifying made that true. Like,
Listen to what I'm
we
saying.
cannot leave when we wanted to leave. This, you know what I'm saying? This is an act. Us leaving
Listen to
when we want to leave is an act.
listen to what I'm saying. That is the prosecution's that's their stance, right? That's what they are trying to prove. That's their burden of proof. Even though I don't know the law, y'all, bear with me. Okay? And then the defense, his defense attorney, is trying to prove the opposite, and saying no, all of these people came and left when they wanted. I'm not saying this is what I believe, I'm saying this is what the attorney is supposed to be fighting for, right? And so when he said, "Look, I got this evidence to prove that they were in there and they had access to their belongings, like their IDs. They were, when the police came in, they asked them were they in there under their own devices, and they weren't. One of the members opened the door, so his job is to prove that essentially Janae went there.
Right, but the cops did. I mean, the judge denied it. Right, the courts
Right,
denied
she
it. Right,
denied it, and
right,
what
and
people
that's the
are
reason
saying.
why they denied that video. That's the reason why. That's all I'm saying. That's the
No,
reason why
I
they
think
denied
I
it.
think they denied it because they were sick of him and just sick of the whole thing. But I don't.
No,
Again, it was relevant. It was 100% relevant to the argument.
no, it's not. Not when people are under duress. Not, this man is
But that's what
videotaped
I'm trying
all
to
his.
get you to understand is he's trying to prove that they weren't under duress.
This man was videotaping all his shit to prove that they're not, meaning Nature Boy, to prove that
Thank
everybody's
you,
here on a
Prue.
free will when they're not here on a free will. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to
Like
Fruits because she's feeling me right now. Okay.
he was there to prove the act was consensual, right?
Yes.
But if the court isn't accepting it, that's the reason why. You understand?
No,
That's
I'm
the reason
saying
why, because that video don't mean shit. Because he was recording all that shit, even though all of them was still they was all under duress underneath this camera. You understand? Can't nobody say no. Can't nobody, because once some doors close, you're gonna get your ass whooped.
but that's the point is your defense attorney is supposed to prove that whatever is
But
being
if
brought
the court
against
is
you
not
is
going to
not
accept it, you
true.
cannot use it. That's all I'm saying. If the court doesn't accept it, that's one of the reasons why the court did not accept it, because they are under duress, even though he is filming that. Oh, they are here on their free will, but they're not. They're not.
I don't
They're
think you
not.
understand. I don't think you
Everybody
understand
keeps
what I'm
saying they're
saying.
not. They're not.
I don't think you understand how that I don't fully understand, but I do know that certain things should be admissible because pertaining to act the to prove what a witness is testifying to toward or against is what I'm saying to you. And so like if somebody says, look, don't just take their word for it now. Here's the instance, here's the situation when they were in the thick of things and they kept this same energy. That is what he was trying to prove is they have been keeping the same energy throughout the whole time. The police were able to walk in, walk around, and walk out. The one of the so-called victims was able to open the door
You're not getting it.
by herself and get her own
You're not
ID out
getting
of
it.
her own whatever.
You're
And
not getting it.
I'm
Of
saying
course, because that guy, that man who's had them under control, is right there.
it doesn't matter what actually happened. I'm telling you what a lawyer is supposed to prove.
But if the court is telling you we're not accepting this because we know for a fact that they are under duress,
They
so
don't know
this
for a
proves
fact.
this
No one
this
knows anything for a
this
fact. That's
proves
why you're in
nothing.
court.
Yes, because the witnesses have already said it.
That's
The witnesses, people who have been there, people is coming out of their own fucking mouths, right?
and there are some witnesses saying the opposite. And that's so the whole idea
Those
of court.
witnesses aren't real witnesses. That's what you
Oh
can't
my
take it.
God.
They are under this man control.
What
So
y'all
they
think?
aren't real witnesses. That's why everything was just, it's yes or no, motherfuckers. We don't want to hear nothing else from y'all.
What y'all think? Exactly. And I'm saying that part is wrong to me. That part was wrong. To say because we're frustrated that we just not accepting nothing y'all give us.
That's not it. When you underneath them the people control, like Juju and them, they lied through the whole shit. So
No, it wasn't a person on the stand. It was the lawyer who was trying to present the evidence.
no, I get what you're saying, but you're not getting what I'm saying. The court did not accept it for a reason. And I'm telling you what the reason was. That's how I feel what the reason was. That would be the only explanation for not accepting that evidence.
Okay, I got a question for Fruits. She said, to be fair, Nature Boy witness said they were acting. Right. So why didn't Booker show those instances where he was performing? And then okay. So and then kind of like to kind of also piggyback off of that, if you remember, um Portia, Aya, she said they were acting, right? But in the same, during the same testimony or whatever, she also, oh wait, was it her or was it, who was it? No, it was Efru. Efru said that that the victim in this case was the victim in this case was jealous. So if it's all a skit, if it's all an act, how can somebody be jealous of something that isn't real? Like how can you say we're all performing, we're all actors, this is all fake, and then say
Mm-hmm.
this person was jealous
Mm-hmm.
because of what was happening? It was like they kept mixing
Mm-hmm.
fiction with reality,
Right.
aka
And it was reality because his investigation alone, he said shit out his own mouth. This
low
is
key,
not
low
an act.
key. They have no
Right.
videos of happy good time. They do, and he would show them who was that said
He would
one
use
of the
those happy good times over their
yep
heads. That's
yep
what pimps do. They'll give you one good ass time,
they were
and they'll
inconsistent.
keep
Oh my god, yes yes.
and they'll keep using that as, you know what I'm saying. I take care of you. Remember when we went? Remember when we did? They was inconsistent. Yeah.
And then their testimonies were nothing was matching up. Like Aya said, "Oh no, we don't practice polygamy. He has a wife and then some girlfriends." And but Afro said, "Oh no, we practice polygamy." And she 1 minute she was on board with polygamy. His wives would be on board with
Right.
polygamy, and then they weren't. Is he polygamous or not? Does he believe in polygamy or not? Because two
Right.
different women.
They sabotage their own stuff, and then he wasn't consistent in his own teachings. Every day was something different, so they
They
confused.
wanted to use his teachings, child. I wish Booker would have showed it as a defense attorney. Like, y'all, this is really making me want to get more into law, honestly, because if I was his attorney, I would have, if they would allowed it, I would have um tried to use more of the teachings,
You wouldn't have
or
done shit because
I
Nature
would
Boy
have tried
wouldn't
to
have
use.
allowed you to. Nature Boy gave that man a hard ass time. You understand? He was trying to help Nature Boy. Nature Boy would not let it happen. He would not listen. Nature Boy would not listen to this man. That man, he tried his best with that dumb motherfucker. Fuck out of here. Booker, he tried with that. He was so frustrated. He was like, I apologize to the courts. Come on now. Did y'all hear his closing statements? Yo, he was just too through. Like that motherfucker would not listen. He was in the background. He's in the back looking crazy. He would not. He would not come in the front. He would not participate in his own shit.
Booker didn't watch any of the videos. You think so?
I believe Booker watched that shit and he was sick to his stomach. That's what I believe. I believe he watched some of it because it's a lot of content. Come on now. If you've been watching for as long as I've been, for as long as we've been watching, you know goddamn well. And it's plenty of fuck shit. He made sure every day we had some fuck shit from him.
But I feel like it's a difference between what we, us, the lay people, us, the viewers, how we feel about things versus what the burden of proof in a courtroom and during the judicial process. Like we know of people who have gotten off scot free, who we believe have committed heinous crimes, but the burden of proof, it was just not enough of proof. What do they call it? Without
Let
a
me tell you,
reasonable doubt.
y'all better stop playing with the universe. This man is dangerous.
What's her name?
This is a very dangerous ass man we talking about.
Do y'all
He,
remember the Go
y'all better
ahead, I'm
stop
sorry.
playing with the universe. He's dangerous.
Do
I
y'all
wouldn't even question it. This
do
man is
y'all
dangerous.
girl? I'm try- do y'all remember the what's her name? Oh my god, I can't remember her name. The woman who unalived her daughter, and then and then got her parents to help cover it up. I think it was like Casey something
Casey
Casey.
Anthony. Casey Anthony.
Yeah. And she was
You talking
found
about a
not
white girl.
guilty.
You talking about a white girl. There's no comparison.
But but the point I'm trying to make is because they could not, without a reasonable doubt, prove, even though we all knew, most of the evidence pointed to her doing this deliberately, intentionally.
Because they could not find the body. Because they could not find the body.
And I mean, if you look at R. Kelly's when he first went to trial, remember in the 90s, he went to trial and he got off. I'm just saying, there are times when we all saw the video, right, of him doing what he did. And sometimes there are times obviously coupled with a really, really, really good lawyer, where people we know who did the do get off. If your partner isn't sure, keep it moving. Oh, can you put that up, child? Child, if they be like, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, we done. We done. Goodbye. He
I'm
effed up.
going. I'm going to be 1,000% honest with y'all.
Go ahead.
Like I said, I'm gonna repeat myself. I could give two fucks about Nature Boy appealing anything. This is a dangerous ass man. He needs to be off the streets, okay? And I feel like he really needs to be in a mental institution in jail. And for Aaron to say to have said what he said says a whole lot. He knows, he's been there. He knows this man is fucking crazy. You understand? And y'all want to keep this crazy out on the street, y'all go ahead. But make sure he goes straight to Malia, Aya, Zoka, and Fufu dumbasses. All right? Make sure all the years he got left is he takes all his frustration out on they asses, okay? And then when they ready to come up and tell the cops, then he'll go back. Let him appeal and get out. He better be right over there beating on their asses, getting his shit off. Because they deserve it. According to Serenity. Right?
I would like to think that that is true, Fruits, that the law has evolved. I hope so. I don't know, the in terms of incarceration and the statistics surrounded, um um by what we see every day. I just feel like there is still a lot of room for growth. And I think, honestly, what really helps out nowadays is public the public's access, or the public's opinion has access to the rest of of media. You get what I'm saying? Like, our how the public views situations and court proceedings, and the people involved also helps kind of push things in certain directions.
And like what Fruits was saying, this man is out here preaching to young men to beat on women, to leave their children, for women to leave their children to be with a man. Like, what the? Come on now. And then he's not even with his own kids. So what? He's not even a good father. You know, like, he's really destroying the community. And I believe he seeped into the white community, and that's why they like, no, Negro.
Yeah.
Because the white community ain't having that. You ain't gonna have our daughters fatherless, and you know what I'm saying, without their without a spouse, or come on. And
But
you ain't gonna have nobody beating on our kids.
believe it or not, some of his earlier followers, when he first started, were white. Do y'all remember when they was, oh goodness, what was the name of them? What was the first name? Oh my gosh. But they was like singing Kumbaya songs, and
Melanation or something. It was
it was right before Melanation. It was another name, and they was like, Nature Boy, was teaching that there is no such thing as white people. We're all just different
shades.
hues, right, child. Oh Lord, child. I don't even want to read this out loud, but
What?
So yeah, so yes, I'm agreeing with you in a way. I think laws have evolved. Um, but then there's always like, there evolved is a very subjective term, only because sometimes evolution can lead us can move forward so in a way that we kind of move backward. So like, if you look at some of these laws, they're kind of like circling, and people would argue that we're losing rights. When they just passed the law for mandatory minimums, I think it's a very, it's a very heavy topic that is separate, that can have its own live in itself. And like, there are a lot of educated people who trying to navigate this whole idea of like the law evolving. Ethereans, thank you. Yes, that's what they was called, Nosy.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, I just know that this is an extremely dangerous man.
And his name was Father Tahuti with the big booty, child.
And like Aaron said, this man does not need to be amongst civilized human beings, like, because he's not civilized. Like, he really needs some help. Aaron said, this is the first time I ever came close to a psychopath, like face to face. Like,
Mm.
he came to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really came back to his mind, because mofo, like, I was so mad with Aaron. You know, I used to call him True Tampon. You know, I was upset with his
Yeah.
ass. He used to make me woo.
And we used to argue because I'd be like, girl, he just let him wake up. And you'd be like,
No, for real, because like he's just too smart. Like, you could see it, like his potential. You could see it, like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, like what's really good? Like, come on now, and you got this beautiful ass son.
Mm.
That shit just make me so mad. Like, bitch, like this man ain't got shit. He's taking your check. He ain't got no respect for you.
Yep. Yep.
And he said that motherfucker, and he ain't really was caring. You know, come on.
Child. All right. I wish I could. Let me see if I can. I don't can't pinpoint where I want to go with this, so I'm just gonna play a little bit of Treasure's her video, and it is on her YouTube channel, Trey963. Okay.
Carbonation that I was still partially brainwashed. Deprogramming takes time. I was still partially brainwashed, believing that I wasn't a victim and that I did it to myself. Reason being is because when you're there, he's constantly telling you to say these things. He's constantly telling you to repeat, I did it to myself. I'm not a victim. I did it to myself. And you're like wondering, why am I repeating this? Literally, you don't even know why you're repeating this shit. You just repeating this shit. Or he'll manipulate it like that one time he kicked Malia in the stomach and told her she did it to herself. And so upon leaving, I was still partially brainwashed and actually believing that I did it to myself. You know, everything. But
You was
I
just
never
talking to
really
Brandon. We're on
took the time to process what happened to me because
Bigo.
I didn't want to process my emotions. Like, I didn't want to think about what happened to me. Like, I just didn't want to process that shit because I subconsciously knew that it was going to fuck with me. It was going to bother me. You know what I'm saying? But recently, I've been starting to process my emotions and process what happened to me in the cult. And I realized that coming into my divine feminine was not consensual. You feel me? A lot of things that I did there was not consensual.
These women, although they were willingly in the cult,
As is masculine women. So I already felt like, damn, I feel like he gonna have a problem with me because I'm masculine, you know what I'm saying? But why so serious, bro? Why so forced?
She just goes on, with her experience and how she ended up with what's his name, Musa. It's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking, which also supports when Velvet got there to share, what is it called? The closing. I don't know what it's called. When they get up there at the end after he's after he
The witness
the
statement.
witness statements, thank you. And Velvet was saying, yeah, we can't trust no man who comes out of here. They all are so brainwashed and so messed up when they get out. You can't, they're dangerous. They are now dangerous. And it made me think about Tori, who had an experience with Musa before Treasure. And then it also makes me think about the other females, like what they called her, Bacon or whatever. The white girl that he was dating or that he was with in the group. And Tori actually admitted, oh my God, they caught it on tape, child, where she said that he awed her because she said no to a time when he wanted to have intercourse with her. She said no. But he still forced her to do it. That is the clip they should have played in court to show just the manipulation he makes other people commit these same acts. Child. Let me see if I can and she's if I can find this part where she describes how he looks at her and tells her what to do, is bizarre.
So it caught me off guard that he was like looking all serious.
Right here.
And then what he said caught me off guard. He said, Alihio won't let you be here the way that you are. And he said, I feel like I can guide you. I feel like you're lost. I feel like you need help. I feel like you need to come into your divine feminine. I feel like you belong to me.
I just told her, like, I feel like you belong to me. I felt like...
Who that sound like, y'all?
Nature Boy.
Exactly.
Yeah, he grooms everybody to be just like him. That's what he says. Everybody has to be everybody is one. They are one. They are him. They are a mirror of him. He's dangerous.
I just realized that was Lady Divine who said Ethereans. Hey, Lady Divine. Ocean,
Hi, everybody.
Hey, boo.
Right. One mind, one self. Exactly, Fruits.
That's
one
scary.
mind, one self. Yeah.
They all sounded like him. That's so scary.
Exactly. That's why I have no... He's where he belongs, but I believe he belongs in the mental ward of that section of the jail. He's a mental case. Something's wrong with him. If he gets out, I'm telling you, if he gets out, he's gonna be back in it because he done off somebody. And it's gonna be Malia. It's gonna be one of them girls. He's gonna starve their ass to death.
No, here's the thing though. He could still have a hand in their demise, because he has so much control over their minds. They could do what other cult leaders do and have done from jail. We know what cult leaders are capable of, even in jail. And I think that they're if he gets...
He's not gonna do that. He's gonna get them to the point where they are in jail.
You think so? You don't think he'll make them drink the Kool-Aid?
No, because he needs them right now. Right? So he's gonna make them do whatever they gotta do. Either go out there and sell your ass. You're gonna get me this lawyer, foo, the same shit. Malia's probably gonna be the only one who sit there and she's gonna get her ass whipped by them too. She might have to go out there too though. Because he don't give a fuck about no women. He's gonna have Juju and Jax doing the same shit. Juju already talking about they're gonna get a lawyer. All right, so what are you doing to get this lawyer, Juju? He must have taught you some tricks.
And I mean, this is a side note, but I also think that Eligio knows people in the entertainment industry, if you know what I mean.
All right, but they can't help him.
No, they were. That's how he made it this far. It's because they were helping him. They were helping him. I truly believe.
Help him do what? Fuck up?
No. I think they were financially supporting him the same way they were whoever was financially supporting P. Diddy and his shenanigans. And if you look at a lot of the moves that a lot of these people who are getting taken down play, the thing that comes up is these weird parties where they all get together. And remember, Eligio was a part of the entertainment industry at some point. He might have been at P. Diddy's party, y'all. I'm just saying.
All right, but ain't nobody got his back like that.
No,
he probably getting money. He's still getting money because he is able to pay for this lawyer. He's still getting commissary. Like they are bringing in the money for him. They still be on Bigo. people are still donating to them. So
I'm saying he might have been one of the male escorts.
yeah, of course. But come on now,
That's
he's like, but he still ain't nobody. Diddy going through his own fucking problem,
I
and
agree,
right now
Kevin.
Jay-Z supposed to be right behind him, so he ain't got no support like that in the industry.
No, I'm not saying he has support. I'm saying that I think he made it that this far because he probably was getting paid off by somebody.
He had football player wives giving him money.
Who?
He had a lot of people um he had a lot of people lusting after him.
It's okay, Lady Divine. She said, "I'm here now, girl." Yes. And Kevin, this is interesting to hear a man's perspective. Tell me more about this clowning. See, men say that he's a clown, not a cult leader, but can he be both? I'm just saying.
Real men would say he a fucking clown. He's a clown ass cult leader. That's what the fuck he is. If you want to be honest. And I'm just appalled by how many slow people out here who support this clown.
What? I told y'all.
He used to claim working for Monique. Yeah.
I told y'all, Lady Divine. I'm trying to tell you, he got connections. That's why he knew.
But that's what World said. A lot of them have connections with acting and shit like that. But I believe all these people are just, they're
he done sucked somebody off back in the day and probably was getting a nice little check to stay quiet, or just because he had that little freaky deaky connection. And as everything started falling down in the hip-hop industry, it wasn't nobody going to support his little dusty ass. He old, he ran out, don't nobody care about his voice no more, so he stopped getting them checks, so he started doing other weird shit. Zoka cousin, and what's his name, was also a part of that whole world. Courtney. That's why.
But the only Alihio, he would have went far. He would have brought Carbonation far if he wouldn't have done all this fuck shit. Like everyone over there was talented. Like he had all the people he needed. Like everybody, we all wish for a team like this. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Come live over here with me, and we producing every day some shit, some content.
That's so true.
But you wanted to abuse them and just control.
That's so true.
When all they wanted was love. Everybody could have just worked together in harmony. Like when you happy, you work 24/7. You don't even know the time is passing by like that. Like every day they could have just went live, just doing them, and they could have sold paintings, and like they could have really been wealthy.
That's how you know that lie that Portia told on the stand, saying we only cut up because it got us views. Y'all was getting views when people was really thinking y'all was about to
doing
change
a
the
damn
world.
thing. Right.
They was getting views. They was getting money.
Yeah.
Remember, Keys came with $500,000.
300. But
$300,000. Come on now, people was really believing in y'all.
And he fucked that money up.
And you blew
that money. All he had to do was get some property, and where they was at, property didn't even cost that. He would have still had all that money. He would have still had all that fucking money.
He could have literally changed the dynamics of the Black community abroad, because it was people coming from all over the world.
People would have came over there, like just bringing all their gifts. They would have been gardening for real. Like when I first saw it, I was like, damn, I could do that. You just be figuring out a way, like, how can I do this? Like, how can I make this happen? And then you keep watching, you be like, oh my God, this nigga's a fuck nigga.
Right. It almost made you believe, like, oh my goodness, this can actually work.
Yeah.
We can actually create communities outside of this, because we know what the system is about.
I was down about that. I was like, what? I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm ready to live in paradise. And just live off the land.
I feel like the moral of this story.
There is, but you can't live with this motherfucker. That's for sure.
No. The moral of the story is exactly what they used to say in the beginning. Everywhere you go, there you are. There is no paradise because paradise is within you. You are your paradise. You have to change your mindset. You can't look for no man, no, no nature boy and anybody like him to get you into that state of paradise, wherever that is to you, whatever paradise looks like to you. You have to create it within you. And then the people who believe in you and the people who are, who understand you and are on that same time, they will follow you. And then when they follow you, a lesson to learn from this whole situation is not to become bigger, try to become bigger than the movement itself.
He didn't believe in no movement. It was all a facade. He didn't give a fuck about that. Anyway, Kevin, you don't have to be punched around to get great. You just
Kevin,
be in fear. You could just be in fear.
Kevin, you know better than that. Come on, Kevin.
Kids have it happen to them all the time.
All the time.
When
Come on,
scratch
Kevin.
on them because they are scared. You just gonna listen.
You're terrified.
That's
You believe that this person is the ultimate authority.
And men are 10 times stronger than women.
Come on, Kevin. You know better.
Even though some women, you have some skills, you could definitely take care of that. No matter what size.
Too good to be true. Right. Y'all. All right. So I'm gonna do a little bit more, but if y'all want to see the whole video in its totality, please check out Trey. Let me see if I say it right, bitch. hold on. Let me go to the Trey 96. Did I say it? Or did I fuck it up?
963, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was tearing it up. I was like, "Ooh, I'm embarrassed."
All right, I'm gonna skip it.
Sorry, Trey 963. I apologize.
Oh, there was her mama. Let me see what her mama got to say.
We're gonna get it together. Lying, Treasure lying.
Treasure lying to y'all. Some of y'all can see right through her face and look at it in her body language and her teeth. Say, "Hey, Miami." Hey. That's Treasure little sister.
I was lying. I didn't want to do that. I never came there for that. I even said on live that I felt like everything was rushed. When I said that I like certain men, I didn't really mean that I liked them like that. I had to twist it for the narrative that they were trying to paint. I knew I had to twist it for the narrative that they were trying to paint. I was just naming people. I fucked with all the men, but as homies and as brothers. Being hazed and being made to run on the rocks really made me feel incapable of being a man. I started to feel insecure. I started to feel inferior to a man. And like, it pretty much just put me down. You feel me? I pretty much like gave in to what he was teaching. Pretty much just gave in. And also I didn't want to run on the rocks anymore. I wanted time for that. But over time, eventually, I started to feel like maybe I'm supposed to come into my divine feminine. I started to feel incapable because of what they were pushing onto me and the things I was going through. I pretty much started to adjust to my environment. I started to adjust to the environment and adapt to my new character that they were forcing me in. So I was just doing it for content. But they made it seem like I was going to go back to being a stud and wearing masculine clothes. Then they switched it on me and they said, no, I have to keep continuing to wear feminine clothes. So I'm like, maybe that's whatever. I'm going to be committed. I'm still thinking about also not running on them rocks. I'm trying to buy time. I'm in survival mode. At first, Musa was saying that I could go back to wearing shorts sometimes if I want I could wear shorts and things and get back to my masculine sometimes, but that never happened. Anytime that I wanted to be a little bit of masculine, Alihio would get mad. And then it was times Alihio would send Zoka and Efru or Zoka and Sheba to play with my head and ask me if I want to go back to being myself and being who I was. And then they would twist it around and making it seem like, oh, no, you can't do that. Like, I would start to feel like I had hope. Like I'm like, all right, maybe I could go back to being myself. Like maybe one day I can go back to being myself. So the times that I stayed a little longer was because I was being manipulated and they were playing with my head, making it seem like I could go back to being myself. And the time that I jumped on live on Bigo and a rap and stuff was because I thought it was for content the whole time. It was to hurry up and make me just jump right into it, even though I wanted time to really think. Over time, things were going fast. We were always busy. I didn't really have time to think. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to think for myself.
That's a good point to bring up when she said she didn't have time. Remember, y'all, when he used to, they was always doing stuff, and other members have said the same thing. He makes them do so much throughout each day that they never really have time to process the things that he's saying to them and putting them through.
Right. And I understand what you're saying, Kevin, but he's an absent father. He's not a father. He all
Yeah.
right. You know what I'm
And we don't,
saying?
and not only that, it takes a lot to get blocked by us.
Yeah, you can say
We
what you
don't,
want. We don't care.
yeah. We are me and Nosy have different opinions all the time. Okay. So a
Hell yeah.
difference of opinion, it does not matter to us.
Facts. As long as you ain't a scumbag like that motherfucker, I don't give a fuck.
And some other people, even then, and when I had my channel, when I was producing content on mine, I did let some people stay in my chat who some channel holders stay in my chat even though they worked everybody's nerves. And the only time I would kick them out is if they was trying to be disrespectful to the panel or to other people in the chat, like really trying to hurt people. That's when you gotta go. I ain't tell you that they came up in my chat cutting the hell up. I mean my live cutting up on me. I'm like, oh hell no.
It happens. I had a whole fight going on mine before. Yeah, I was
You
so
remember that,
confused.
Yeah, yep. And remember the cult leader was talking about sleep deprivation.
But I
That's
believe he was putting stuff in the food too, like ruthless. I believe he was
oh
putting stuff in people's food, like to
oh
I believe that because I don't know, it's like with Aaron, right? Because it seemed like Aaron was just in a trance for such a long time. Like I could not wait for him just to break that spell. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like,
yeah,
yo, what's taking you so long? Like you are just too intelligent for this shit. Like
yeah.
I couldn't understand it, but
And it's crazy because we would when people would go there and he would, and we'll see them on the camera, we knew which ones was about to be done. We knew which ones wasn't gonna stay long. We knew which
mm-hmm.
ones was gonna probably be there forever. And I hate to say it, is we knew Tanisha was
Yeah,
gonna be where she is right now.
yeah.
It's so sad. Like if we could see that, we know he could see that. You get what I'm saying? Oh, so sad. So
But
sad.
even churches do that shit too, Kevin.
They
The
do.
Church of Scientology, right?
Nexium.
They are like a nature boy, but they
Yep.
haven't gone down yet. Look at all the stories that came out about them, but
Yep.
nothing has been done yet. Like that's enough. That's I'm watching they asses too, but I'm too scared to watch them too close. You know what I mean? hmm
And then they just took down another black cult leader. I didn't realize how many. I don't know what happened, but everybody is blaming Dr. Sabi, and then there are other people who are blaming Sanetta
Blaming Dr. Sabi about what?
for all these new African American cult leaders.
But Dr. Sabi wasn't a cult leader, so I don't understand.
So they say there are people who make the argument that he was.
No, he was not a cult leader. He was a healing man. He was all
Did
about
you see
healing.
what
He was all
I
about
said?
he was all about really teaching people how to use herbs. But he
Did
was
you hear
charging
what
people.
I said? I said
Hmm?
some people say that he wasn't.
Right, but those are slow people. I don't. It's too many slow mother. Like, stop being slow, please. I'm tired of y'all slow motherfuckers. Stop it.
But if you so listen to what I'm saying. Okay, you can blame a good person for creating or influencing bad people, whether or not they deserve the blame. Is a different story.
Say it again.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
Forget it, damn it.
No, seriously, I was like, huh? And end up smoking. So it's, all right, I'm blanking on smoke. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe it's me. I don't know. I'm like, huh?
I'm so jealous. I don't smoke, y'all, but if for whatever reason growing herbs, if you know what I mean, was legal here where I am, you better believe I would have a plant or two somewhere in my
It's
backyard.
not legal in PA, and it's legal in New
No,
York.
I mean it's not. It's nope, unless it's medicinal
Oh,
purposes.
it's not legal to grow in New York, but
No,
we could sell it and have it
yeah, y'all have
and smoke it.
recreational. Pennsylvania is so trash. PA is trash, y'all.
So,
All
well,
of
y'all have it
these-
as recreational too, right? No,
no, it's medicinal.
only medicinal. How they know? I have to have a card in order to smoke out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh, so I gotta find me a way
My
to get.
mama got a cord.
All right, because if I come out there, I'm bringing my shit, so I don't. Let me shut
Okay,
up.
I think I got a cold.
Shut up.
I think I got some kind of some severe. Anyway, he needs to clean up that baby situation. He said, and that's never going to get cleaned up, Lady Divine, ever,
What baby situation?
ever. When he was saying he's going to drink the milk I mean, what did he say? He make the baby drink his, you know what, semen.
Oh,
He meant that.
yeah, he did.
He meant that.
Come on now. He had Aya breastfeeding, not breastfeeding, using her nipple as
Right.
a pacifier on
Remember
Aya,
when Velvet
on Eliana, on baby Eliana. Come on
remember
now.
when Velvet said she woke up to Aya having intercourse with Nature Boy with the baby in her arm with breastfeeding with no milk? What the
Mm-hmm.
hell? Child.
That wasn't breastfeeding. That was a baby sucking on her nipple while she
Oh,
was getting fucked.
oh, oh my god! I'm just thinking about this is giving me like severe like PTSD. Like
That's what that was. That's not your baby. Why are you doing that?
why would you do that in the middle of? Woo, okay.
That's not your baby. And
Woo,
you're fucking this thing. Why are you doing that? Why
woo.
are you doing that?
Okay, so I'm okay. Like I understand alternative cultures, right? There were instances when black women had to breastfeed or pacify white women's babies. I know that to be true if you look at American history. Okay, that was that was the situation. This situation is something
I
totally
get it,
different
but Nature Boy
when
is
you are
crazy.
having intercourse with someone else's baby latched onto a milkless boob. Exactly, Marquise. Have you went live lately, Marquise?
And he told Velvet to do what? Engage.
Yeah, oh yeah, and she did it. Oh god.
She was like, I had to get, she was like, I took my baby and I put my baby to the side and I had to engage. Oh, she would have got fucked up.
So you think they following the teachings of Prince York?
Right.
Interesting.
That's why he got what he got. Because they saw another Prince York. Prince York was doing the same exact shit. This man said he wanted his children to engage in sexual contact with his other children. He was going to impregnate his daughter. This is what came out of his mouth. He said baby Ileana was going to be his queen. This is what came out of his mouth.
Okay. I see what the chat was saying. Okay, so there's a conversation in the chat where Kevin is saying that the women came and went when they came and went all the time, and that the victim, I'm not gonna say her name, was a groupie who was with Yada TKO and other people. And then Kevin says, "Oh no, it wasn't. No, it was Yada was one of the people, but it was also Prince York as well." Is that the conversation that's happening in the chat?
Woman came and went a lot. From my understanding, Nature Boy tricked a lot of that money off. He had a lot of women come in, and he did their asses, and they left out. Yeah, but a lot of majority of the women who came who wanted to be in a camp, they paid. If they had enough money, then he'll let your ass leave. Because he wouldn't give a fuck where you went. Just get the fuck from over here. But if you didn't, I don't believe he just let you leave like that. Bitch, you came here, you here. Who you think paying for one? And then a lot of people escaped without their belongings, without their ID, without shit, just to get away from this nigga. A lot of people didn't report it because they was embarrassed. It's embarrassing. And this motherfucker online at that, and then he could just make people believe whatever. He's disgusting. He wasn't apologetic about shit. He tortured that girl. He tortured Janae. She didn't want to go over there. He made Solar go and contact her to make her think that he wanted her over there and that Nature Boy was accepting of it. And then as soon as she got there, Nature Boy was like, "No, you're here for me." And then when she told him she wanted to be with Solar, "Oh, you want to be with the help." And that's when he really started dogging her ass out. That's when he was like, "Oh, hell no. You can't be."
And for him to lie, it's during remember his interrogation, he said, "Oh, no. I'm not saying I'm the only God. I'm saying we're all God." But that was a lie, because you would have, if you believed that everyone was God or whatever, a God within themselves, you would have never called Courtney the help. You would have never told Janae that her job was to serve another the so-called queen, whatever. You would have never had them people bowing at your feet. If we're all gods, then we stand and we live as gods, right?
Exactly. What's up, True Essence?
Hey, True Essence. Ew.
Exactly. He tricked her into coming back there and used the shit out. She came there in peace. When you thinking, oh, it's all love, we forgiving each other. She came over there, brought all her shit over there, gave them all her clothes, everything.
And I hate when he says, "I forgive you." They left because you tortured them. How are you forgiving them?
And then Serenity's gonna say, "I understood what he said because he has to forgive." Bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, he ain't mean none of that shit. Bitch, shut up.
Oh, Lord.
He was antagonizing them. He was getting them up. He was trying to make them upset. You dumb bitch. Shut up. Oh, I understood you because he has to. Because you can't. You gotta leave with an empty heart. You can't. Shut the fuck up. She get on my nerves. She is just way too smart to be that stupid. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Excuse my language and all that.
Ew, yes, girl.
Yes, but I can't wait to see this comeback, because he going to appeal. That's why them girls ain't come out. They on the streets right now selling that ass, allegedly. Sorry. What's up, Maybach?
Maybach.
You know what they doing, right? They probably over here on every corner, every other corner. Go over there. Go if you out there and you know in Georgia or whatever. Go look on the corners. Make sure they ain't out there. Telling you, they out there getting that money right now. I'm over here. I'm stalking Bigo to see when they come live.
Oh, they gonna go live.
Yeah,
I'm
they gotta
sure
get this money.
Right
They
under the
gotta make.
direction of you know who.
Yeah. But he's so dumb. Like they hear everything. Like when they went back to court, they was like, yeah, he went live and he said, remember when he went live and was talking about
Yeah.
yo.
I was just about to ask that question, True Essence. I was just about to ask that question.
She in jail. Yep, $14,000 bail. They got her in there
Mm.
starving. No conversation. They probably not even talking to her ass.
And you know what breaks my heart about Jayon Marie is she lost a baby, y'all. She lost her baby. That thing was
We
full
don't look.
term.
We don't know how she lost her baby. All right,
It
because
don't
a lot.
matter. It was because of him. And then she has no baby. Like the other women, when they eventually snap out of it, if they do, they get to go back home and try and mend the relationships that they destroyed. They have an opportunity for that. She has no opportunity. And it's so sad because what happened to her is what he was trying to do to Velvet. What happened to her is what he was trying to do to Serenity, Grace, whatever she want to call herself now. What happened to her is what he's been trying to do to Sheba.
Well, the secret,
He hates children.
word on the street is they was sacrificing them. Now, we gotta wait for somebody to really come out with confirmation because everything else we thought was real is real because they confirmed it in them testimonies and everything.
They been
confirmed
confirmed
everything we thought was going on was really going on. So
that
6-ply of toilet paper,
right,
2 pieces of toilet paper if you pee, 6 if you shit, bitch.
They
Some
was still
dirty ass
pooping outside.
motherfuckers in there.
They was still pooping outside.
Mm-mm.
Kevin said, so the so-called Force Act was about power or sex because three of his wives are there. There's some letters. I'm missing some words. I mean, you missing some words. I don't know what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
three of his wives are there. I think that's what you're saying. Hi everyone. Oh, Yemi says hi to everyone in the chat. Hey, Yogi, Miss Yogi.
What he was saying?
Make sure y'all hit the like, y'all. Come on. Give us some of because Nosy been following this joint for a minute, okay? We've been the, we the new generation of people who've been in this.
Fufu had 3 abortions, right? And Fufu was getting her ass whooped too because
yes.
Trey 963 was she talks about it in her rap song.
Yes.
Come on, we forget all about because there was so much happening. Like we forget about the major stuff that was really. Aya had black eyes. Like I got all that shit on my Nosy B channel, all them damn videos.
And then at first they kept calling it miscarriages. Remember? Oh, jeez. They would give them some kind of tea or something.
Yeah, he was making her because he don't like Fufu. He never liked her.
No, he made Velvet
everybody
too. He beat. Oh my God, I forgot. He beat Aya's pregnancy out of her. Remember, y'all? It's so much stuff.
Yeah, he ain't like Aya either. And Aya, you know what I'm saying? He uses Aya whenever he needed to. Remember when Pop Marquez saw them outside over there, and he was saying they was out there selling their ass or something. Aya and what's her name? The dark skinned one. She came from some country, I forget.
I'm gonna assume Maybach is asking a rhetorical question. Maybach, you better stop it. Okay? Stop
Well,
it.
we're going to see Maybach because he's going to come back for an appeal because they out there selling their ass right now to get that money up,
Oh, he
allegedly.
definitely gonna make them.
But
He definitely. Oh boy, oh boy.
yeah, they out there.
Oh, remember Rob? Oh goodness, it's so many people. So many people who suffer. If they don't wake up now, they probably never will. You think so, True Essence?
But Kevin, just because he had girls that would please him at any time does not mean he would not grape somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And he said it himself. It came out of his mouth himself. He loves a rough situation. He loves taking it.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's on him. That's on him. Yeah. So y'all not gonna get enough until he fucking violates one of y'all relatives or some shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Remember, he likes to violate men as well, Kevin.
Because once he gets out, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Once he gets out, they still over here trying to get people to join and get their money and.
Yeah, Marquise said, she said no. I'm trying to tell you, and Marquise was riding with you for a minute, but there it is.
And he said it out his own mouth that she said no. He said it during the police interrogation that the Terry said no, but he just brushed it off. Like, what part don't y'all understand? And everybody over there felt like they could not tell this man no. They was scared.
Remember the one person, who was it? It was Zoka. Oh God, it was Zoka. Remember when somebody came out and said that he forced her to drink alcohol and then
said it himself.
Yeah. And then sexually assaulted her. Y'all. So even though he has access to these women, what I think the issue comes in is because these women are in your presence doesn't mean they belong to you.
Exactly. But he feels that way. He's like, all these women have my name on their ass.
Yeah.
Tattoo on their ass. They my property. They belong to me. There's no way I would have to grape anybody. They're mine. They belong to me.
Even if they don't want it, they belong to me. So therefore, they have no say in what I do. That is why he, that's the argument that was displayed in court is
exactly.
No matter what, even if she didn't say anything, the fact that they all know the rule, that particular rule is enough.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he made it clear. What I say goes, I'm the king, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Yep. And you know what's crazy, y'all, is I've gotten into a lot of trouble growing up as a child, as a young teenager and everything. And young adult, hell, fuck that. But I'm just so thankful that out of all the craziness I got into, I have yet to meet one of them. I don't even know. Like, I can't imagine what these ex-members and current members have experienced, because I've never met one of these types of people. I mean, how do you even navigate a space with them? A lot of people, say these are people who become your boss at work, with the microaggressions and the constant belittling and threatening. How do you navigate a space with somebody who's so domineering?
You don't. Either you quit, or either you gotta be friends with their asses, or you're gonna quit, or you're gonna get fired. One or the other.
You know what, maybe I ain't got time for you. Okay. You probably got their name. You probably got their name on your birthday. Put a heart in the chat if you a man and you know damn well that you got a female name tatted on your butt.
Yeah, I don't know what was on their mind when they went and did that shit, but okay. Okay. Okay.
And
Cause I
remember, they
was,
put that love thing on their forehead too,
yeah, that's some dumb bitch.
on the side of their head. Oh, then again, EJ was young then. Oh, listen. I missed the beginning part of this. He treated Pocahontas like, yes, he did. That's why that was when I first knew he was a fraud. Right, girl. Oh my goodness. Nature Girl, Yaya, EJ, and Serenity should have known better. But here's the thing. Okay. So I like to use this analogy. Hi. You want to say hello to the people? Say hi. They can hear you.
Hola.
Say what's up. Say what's up.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, I'm not going to let them see you because you'll cut up even more. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You better not join no cult. You hear me? You hear me? Go. She was watching TV downstairs. I don't know why she's up here harassing me. Go ahead, go down. I'll be right there, okay? I'm almost done. Is Alyssa treating you good? Okay. All right. So, what was I saying? I had lost my train of thought. Sorry, y'all. Maybe said he only have his children name. I know that's right. My kids ain't even getting that treatment.
Oh, you getting lots of love. They trying to get you off the air.
Oh yeah, they telling me they like 20 minutes past the hour, homie. 20 minutes past the hour. We give you an hour and you better wrap it up, ho. So yeah, y'all, check her out on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel and an Instagram. Trey963 is her YouTube channel.
Yes, and I gotta run around here and change everything I don't put up there. I got TREY. I got all types of numbers going on. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Shout out to everybody who was in the chat. Kevin and Marquise. Well, Marquise, you and Nosy, y'all, she be letting you up all the time. But to Kevin, who is new to the channel, as far as I know, thank you for staying and sharing your opinion. Even though it's a little different than everybody else's, you still hung in there without being disrespectful. We appreciate that. Anybody else? Lady Divine, maybe. I'm maybe about to get my name Teddy. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Yeah,
got to start channel. I want to see it.
Okay, Yummy, Yogi, all y'all, everybody who was here. Make sure y'all hit the like, and show your girl Nosy some love.
All right, I guess we out. We talked about Dusty Nuts enough. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. I'll probably be back on this line later. You know what I'm saying? It's the weekend and I feel free.
Yes.
I'll see y'all later.